All right, great. All right, again, we're on Crypto Mondays Global VIP Interview Lounge, and I got a real VIP right here. I got Johannes Proksch from Austria. Johannes Proksch has moved over from the traditional banking and finance world into crypto, so he's an OG in the sense of the traditional finance world. He's well known in Europe for being a person who converts banks from losers into winners, and so he was the guy that you pull in that the government or that banks would pull in, and they say, oh my God, our bank's failing, we need a real CFO. And he would come in and turn it around. How many banks need that right now? He says, Johannes says, es macht nichts, es ist mir egal in Deutsch. He says, es ist mir egal, because he's moved over to blockchain and he's got an amazing project now. He's here for Web Summit in Lisbon, and he's here to talk about Bit Credit Protocol.
Well, thank you very much for this great introduction, Josh. And yes, I moved from traditional finance, and I figured out that actually how to disrupt traditional finance, how to reduce the size banks have in our life to what is really needed. You need to use the blockchain, and that's what we do. And now I just give you a very short summary of what Bit Credit Protocol is. It's Bit Credit. It's to convert Bitcoin, or to allow and facilitate Bitcoin to become a real medium of exchange, which it is not today. It's not in El Salvador, it's in no country. And how do we do it? By a very old financial instrument, which is a bill of exchange. It was there for hundreds of years. It worked fine during the gold standard. Reintroducing this, bringing it to the blockchain, allows to give the elasticity to Bitcoin, and then it can become a real currency, real money. And this is fantastic. And we spoke last week in El Salvador about it. We had some panel discussions, and I was amazed that this very important element was so far not recognized to its full extent. We have a huge fellowship at the moment. People are engaging with this protocol, and we believe that at the end of the day, Bitcoin can become a real alternative to today's fiat currencies. That's what we do, and everybody's welcome to join our team. And we have a proof of work chain established. It's all built on the Bitcoin chain, and this is what we do. So this is the real disruption to fiat, to the banking system, to central banks. We're up for it.
Okay, so you think that, do you think that there's a future for CBDCs and these kind of tokens that you see here about the digital euro? What do you think about that?
Super interesting topic. I don't want to go too much into the CBDCs. I have my personal view around it. We want to promote an alternative system. A system which has a fixed money supply, 21 million, non-inflationary, and where we finally can prove to the world that a real separation between central, or actually we do it decentralized, money supply fixed to 21 million is better for the whole world than what we have today, which is extremely influenced by politics and so on and so on, highly inflationary, creating booms and busts, inequality, and so on and so on. So we believe this will be a better system. It will start, I believe, at the beginning as a shadow currency in the countries which have a high inflation, dysfunctional banking system, but then the adoption will just happen extremely quickly. And we believe this will be the future. It brings more equality into the whole world, and we can share the productivity gains in a better way than it is expected to be, in today's fiat.
But wait a second. You don't seem like a Bitcoin bro. Why is Bitcoin so convincing to you specifically?
I believe it's basically the Bitcoin. It's not just because it's the oldest one. it has, and I know that many people will shake their head, but the proof of work is creates the highest protection from centralizing and from influence of today's basically political system. And I believe if you want to build a currency, you need to take the highest level of security. It needs to be permissionless. It needs to be decentralized. And although I love Ethereum for its DeFi functionality, for many other things, and it will also perform greatly, I think Bitcoin for money is the better choice.
Okay. Now, we know that Bitpanda was a big deal in Austria, and they're no longer offering any consumer solutions, I've heard, through the grapevine. So where do you think Austria was an innovator in this area with Bitpanda and one of the biggest exchanges, and now they've kind of fallen behind. You're Austrian. Where do you think Austria fits in the future of finance if we start to take the smart direction, which is the direction that you're talking about, BitCredit, and he's going to tell you how to get on, how to invest in that in a minute, how to contact him. But where do you see your home country, Austria, in this overall play? We just had Dr. Marwan Al-Zarouni, the head of the blockchain center in Dubai, a famous figure on, and we know where Dubai is going. They're taking the lead. Where do you see your home country in this?
Look, let's go back to the roots. Where did economics come from? Austrian economics. And merge this with Bitcoin. And you see, go to El Salvador. Last week, everybody spoke about Austrian economics, okay?
Yeah.
We lost part of this, but it's still there. It comes from, it's a free libertarian society. And this is the fundamental, and I believe that building on top of this economics roots which we have established, which is known throughout the world, we can basically, change also the monetary system into something better than we have today. And I think let's take this, we are building, our tradition is coming all from the past, but we need to move towards the future. Why don't we take something which is still very much appreciated in the Bitcoin community and build something on top of it and give Bitcoin the chance, and I really mean it. I think today people believe that Bitcoin can become a medium of exchange without solving the elasticity problem. It's wrong. Bitcoin cannot become medium of exchange without solving this issue. And we believe the bills of exchange, which have been upgraded in the United Nations Convention 2017 to the electronic bill of exchange, this is it, together with El Salvador being one of the countries which have adopted this UN Convention. Bitcoin can become the medium of exchange of bills in more than 130 countries from tomorrow onwards. So this is it. This is the solution. And Austria will therefore take the lead in this. And it's not about nationality, but I'm proud to be Austrian. I'm proud about the history, and I'm proud that we can take it forward.
Excellent. Okay, and we've done Crypto Mondays Austria. I know that you've also been at Crypto Mondays Austria. I remember one we did with the Belvedere Museum, so I'd like to say hello to Wolfgang Bergman and to everybody out there in Austria. We've also done at the Kursalon with Alma Deutsch, a wonderful prodigy musician. So we know there's a lot of innovation, a lot of arts and culture in Austria. Now we got some Bitcoin bros that are moving from finance to Bitcoin. How do we get to know more about if we want to invest or if we want to be part of Bitcoin credit protocol? Just tell us how to contact you.
Just go on the website bit.cr, that's BitCredit, and you will find all the answers. You can connect, you can contribute, you get your tokens, proof of work, like the Bitcoin exchange, and this is it. Awesome. And be part of the movement.
There you go, bit.cr. Go get some Bitcoin. We love you guys. Thank you very much, Johannes Proksch.
Thank you very much, Josh. Thank you. It was a pleasure.